Hey there, lovely souls! Welcome back to my new video, your trusted destination for valuable insights on career development and personal growth. Today, we're diving into a topic that's not only essential for professional success, but also for personal growth. In the world of work, feedback and criticism are as inevitable as they are invaluable. Yet many of us find ourselves at a loss when faced with criticism, often feeling defensive, discouraged, or even defeated. But here's the good news, my friends. Learning how to handle criticism like a pro is a skill that can empower you to soar to new heights in your career. In this video, we're going to explore the art of receiving feedback with grace, turning criticism into a catalyst for growth, and arming you with practical strategies to navigate those sometimes challenging waters of workplace critique. Criticism at work doesn't have to be a roadblock. It can be a stepping stone to your career growth. It's all about perspective, mindset, and a willingness to embrace the opportunities for improvement that come your way. So, find a comfortable space, perhaps grab your favorite notebook, and let's jump off on this enlightening journey together. Let's not waste any more time. The sooner we explore how to handle criticism with professionalism and confidence, the sooner you can set yourself on a trajectory toward success. So, without further ado, let's dive into this empowering conversation and learn how to unlock success by becoming masters of constructive criticism. Receiving criticism as a working adult is never easy. It's hard not to take criticism personally, and it can be even harder if you get it a lot. However, with careful processing, a positive attitude, and regular self-evaluation, you can turn criticism at work into a source of empowerment and success. First, processing criticism. Strive to avoid emotional reactions. Receiving criticism can be really upsetting, but try not to respond while you're upset. Take some time to understand the circumstances of the criticism and collect yourself before responding. If you are expected to respond immediately in an upsetting situation, try saying something like, "May I have some time to process what you've said? I promise to get back to you shortly." Listen carefully to what's being said. Criticism of any kind can be hard to take, but it's important to listen to exactly what's being said so that you understand the problems and can improve your work. If confrontation makes you nervous or upset, it's okay to ask for criticism to be sent to you in writing, as an email or revision request report, so that you can better process the information. Just make sure that you take the time to absorb what is being communicated to you. Don't get defensive. Even if you disagree with what's being said, it's still important to consider other perspectives and opinions, especially if you're working in a subjective field, like art or politics. Take notes. It can be hard to receive criticism, but it's even harder to receive the same criticism twice, so be sure to take careful notes of what's being said. Record any specific points of reference. For example, if you've just given a presentation and your project leader specifically criticizes the way you constructed your conclusion, be sure to write that down so you can avoid the same problem next time. Ask questions. Make sure you understand what the criticism entails. You won't be able to improve if you don't understand what's wrong, so be sure to request clarifications or ask questions if you have any. Asking questions also shows that you want to improve and get the task right next time. Make sure to ask questions in a positive and specific way. For example, when you mentioned that my data tables were too busy, would it be better to separate the information into subtables, or do I just need to adjust the presentation style in terms of font type and size? Don't be afraid to ask for suggestions. You could ask, "How can I do this better next time?" Say, "Thank you," at the end of the conversation. As hard as it can be to accept criticism, it's still important to be gracious and thank people for the time they are taking to help improve your work. Even if you don't feel thankful in the moment, you'll be glad you said it when you see your skill level improve. Begin revisions right away. Don't waste time being upset or down about criticism. Instead, get to work right away. Do your best to incorporate the criticism into your revised work so that you don't forget what was advised. Ask for an informal review of your attempt at improvement. Once your revisions are complete or you have done your best to incorporate feedback, ask your boss or manager to quickly look over your work to check that you properly address the criticism. Not only does this show respect and a desire to improve, but it also gives you time to develop and refine your skills without the pressure of a formal performance or subsequent confrontation about it. Second, having the right attitude. Assume that people are trying to help you. Criticism is easier to take when you assume that the people who are offering it to you are just trying to help you and make your work better. If you assume that people are using their criticism to try to cut you down or make you feel bad, you will emit negative emotions and responses, which is not helpful to them or you. Try to focus on the elements of the criticism that you can learn from and improve on. Don't worry about the way the person said it or other details that aren't important. Yearn to improve. Learning and mastering an art or trade is a lifetime process. There is always something everyone can do to make their work even better, so try to embrace criticism. It's part of the path to success. Be open to new ideas and ways of doing things. You may be correct in your result, but wrong in the way you got there. Different people prefer different ways of doing things, and there is usually more than one way to accomplish a task. Be open to alternative ways of achievement. It's the best way to learn. Ask for criticism on a regular basis. This might seem counterintuitive, especially if you hate criticism. But by asking for it, you are putting yourself in an empowerment position. Instead of people coming to you to tell you what's wrong, you can go to them first and ask, even if everyone seems happy with your work. Consider asking questions like, how can I make this project even better? What can I do better next time? Is there anything I can do to improve my performance? Asking for criticism helps you improve at a faster rate, which means you may be promoted, given a raise, or given more responsibility at a faster rate too. Third, preventing excess criticism. Learn from your mistakes. If you continually make the same mistake, criticism will never go away. It's better to make new mistakes with new improvement than have your personal growth stunted because you haven't fixed old mistakes. To avoid making the same mistakes, always tackle new tasks with old criticism in mind. Check your work. Everyone gets tired and loses focus, especially after a long day or at the end of the week. It's easy to make silly mistakes when you feel worn out, so be sure to double-check your work at least twice before submitting it. If you're worried you might miss a mistake, ask a coworker to check your work for you. Evaluate your own performance. Don't wait for others to tell you what's wrong. Take the time to regularly assess your own work. Being your own toughest critic can be a good thing. If you fix the problem before it becomes a habit, others won't need to criticize you for it. Try to resolve conflicts yourself. If you find it increasingly hard to accept criticism from someone, politely talk to them about it. Explain your perspective and how their criticism makes you feel. For example, if your manager is constantly giving you extra work but complaining that you're late in turning it in, try saying something like, I'm aware of my late submissions and I am sorry for them, but I have trouble meeting deadlines when I am assigned extra work I don't always have time to complete. Could we work together to sort this out? Report problems. If you've tried hard to be open and adaptable, yet the criticism keeps coming or feels unfair or uncalled for, you might need to report it to someone higher up. Avoid sounding like a tattletale, however, and try to maintain a professional, objective, willing attitude. For example, you could request a meeting with your boss and say, I've mentioned that the reason my work is late is because I am being given extra work on top of my normal assignments. I don't like disappointing my team, but I can't turn work in before the deadline if I am not given enough time to complete it. Do you have any suggestions for resolving this issue? Before we part ways, let's recap some key takeaways. Remember, handling criticism like a pro is a skill that can propel your career forward. Embrace it as an essential part of personal and professional growth, and use these tips to navigate criticism with confidence and grace. Stay open-minded. Approach criticism with an open mind and a willingness to learn. It's an opportunity for growth and improvement. Listen actively. When receiving feedback, listen attentively to understand the perspectives of others fully. Clarify points if needed and show appreciation for their input. Stay calm and composed. Maintain your composure when faced with criticism, even if it feels uncomfortable. Take a deep breath and respond thoughtfully rather than react emotionally. Seek clarification. If criticism is unclear or vague, don't hesitate to ask for specific examples or suggestions for improvement. Clarity can lead to more productive discussions. Embrace self-reflection. Use criticism as a mirror to assess your performance objectively. Self-reflection allows you to identify areas for growth and make necessary adjustments. Warnings: avoid defensiveness. Resisting or deflecting criticism can hinder your professional growth. Remember, criticism is not a personal attack, but an opportunity for improvement. Don't take it personally. Separate your identity from your work. Criticism is about your actions, not your worth as an individual. Beware of over-apologizing. While acknowledging mistakes is important, over-apologizing can undermine your confidence. Focus on solutions rather than dwelling on apologies. Don't dwell on negativity. Excessive rumination on criticism can lead to self-doubt and anxiety. Acknowledge the feedback, address it constructively, and move forward. Avoid ignoring repeated feedback. If you consistently receive the same criticism, take it seriously. It's a sign that improvement is necessary. As we conclude our enlightening journey into the art of handling criticism at work like a pro, I want to leave you with this profound thought. Criticism, when embraced with the right mindset, can be the compass that guides you towards success. I hope you found the tips and insights shared in this video valuable and empowering. Remember, professional growth is not just about the accomplishments you celebrate, but also the constructive feedback you receive and how you choose to respond. If this video has resonated with you and you believe it can make a positive impact on your career or the careers of others, please give it a thumbs up and share it with your colleagues, friends, and loved ones. And of course, don't forget to subscribe for more enriching discussions on career development and personal growth. As you continue on your path towards success, keep in mind that handling criticism is not just a skill, but an art. It's the art of turning feedback into fuel for growth, challenges into stepping stones, and setbacks into opportunities. Thank you for being part of our incredible community. Take care, stay positive, and always remember that you have the ability to unlock your full potential by mastering the art of handling criticism like a pro. Until next time, my friends, keep learning, keep growing, and keep embracing the journey to success. You've got this.